And welcome back, my friends. Welcome to Adventure Island. First playthrough. I've seen a little bit of this game, but only about as much as what you might see on a demo here. I haven't paid much attention to it. So we're gonna see how this one goes. Hopefully well. We've already got one victory tonight, though, so even if this goes horribly, the night's already a success. And I really like that Joe and Mac game. I think I will play that more, and probably at least until I get a deathless playthrough of it. But I don't want to grind for that tonight. I'd rather go for the wider experience than the deeper experience tonight, I think. So we'll try this one out. Suffer playing Adventure Island wasn't enough for you. So he was going for Deathless, right? I didn't really watch him playing it. We raided, I think. I knew he played it because I think we raided his direction a couple times when he was playing it. But I also didn't hang around and watch. Especially since I knew that it's something I hadn't played yet. But let's go. Let's see what it's like. I think Natto played this as well. Okay, a little S for start. That's it, just jump. There's no attack, there's no duck, there's no slide. Oh, there's a run. Let's go. Hey, Uncle Muscles, welcome in. Apologies if you missed Joe and Mac. We just finished that one. And, oh. Watch out for oh! Is that my health bar up there? Wait, no! Rip the Deathless run. So, the health bar ticks down automatic. It's like, just like Joe and Mac. I wanted that heart. Oh, there we go. Oh, I think that's an apple. I don't think that's a heart, because this is a banana. 2. Is this a checkpoint? Let's go. Oh, also it's... No? Skateboard? Oh, but I can't... Never mind. We're fine. Three. Ah! That's an instant death? You beat that fast. I know. I really wasn't expecting it. That game is hard. It's not very long, though, so... If you get the wheel early and you don't die, it's, Everything is one-hit kills. Oh my goodness. Alright, so... The health bar is not a health bar. It's a timer. It's an energy. It's a stamina bar. And everything is one-hit kills. So, from what I'd seen of this game, I thought it was like an auto runner. I was actually surprised at the very start when I was able to move back and forth freely. just from trying to, like, seeing footage of it and trying not to watch it or pay attention to it when someone else is playing it. My impression was I thought that maybe this game was an auto-runner. So I guess I'm glad to be wrong about that. Whoa! Four. I don't know how many sections each level has. No! Oh! Okay, so... No! Springs? Get out of here. I kind of expected these to fall away like donut blocks in Mario. G, goal? Let's go! Alright, first stage cleared. So far, not terrible. Skateboard on the clouds? This is very... Thank you for the GG. The leg animations make me assume auto runner too. Yeah, I mean, he runs in place when you're standing still, even. Oh no, I didn't get the skateboard. Oh, the momentum carried me. Okay, and so no continues here either, right? Area 1, Round 2. Okay, so this... Oh. So this is going to have a lot of levels. Okay. So yeah, this might take me a while to beat. Why didn't I pick up the axe? No! No! Oh, the momentum is rough. Hey, Claire, welcome in. Thank you very much for the resub, Claire. Very grateful for the support. Thank you for that. For 15 months. 15 months. If I'm not mistaken, that's almost a year. Boing, boing, boing. This is game number 2 of the night. Shockingly, I beat the first game. We played Joe and Mac on the NES, and I really like that game. And so we're trying out this one for the first time. And this game is, well, it's tough. I think I could like this game. Looks like you're gonna beat this one too. We'll see. I don't want too many victories in one night. You know, every time I beat a game, I have to make a highlight reel for YouTube. So if I beat too many games in one night, that's just a lot of extra work. So it's probably better if I on purpose don't beat this one so that I have an extra night to put the highlight reel together. Oh, over a year. What is that even possible? I don't know of a bigger unit of time than the year. Yeah, I gotta stretch this one out to 6 streams. Yeah. For the content. I could definitely first try it. It's just I don't want to. Oh yeah. You know, I'm putting a lot of effort into jumping over enemies that I could just be taken out with these axes. No, rip my skateboard. No. I don't know why I always jump over that egg instead of opening up and getting whatever there is to be had. What? Bogus. Frownie has found his kryptonite? What do you mean, Chozo? I think I'm doing pretty well for a first time trying this one out. Yeah, Time Tunnel's a 45-minute affair, but you understood the content was more important. Yeah. Yeah, it was so completely on purpose that I misunderstood Time Tunnel for so long. You know, I had it all figured out. I had it all figured out pretty much instantly. But I didn't want to rob everyone of all the fun we could have if I hadn't been so super smart. Put this on the same level as Battletoads when it comes to difficulty. That's pretty scary to hear. I did beat Battletoads though, so, and Battletoads, you know, became a favorite of mine after that, you know, 95 hours of misery. I need to get confident in approaching enemies a particular way, because right now, whenever I come up to an enemy, I have like I'm equally, like, I feel equal pull to jump over the enemy and to attack the enemy, and that kind of paralyzes me. Whoa, we start with the skateboard. Milk. I got a jug of milk. Let's go. Whoa. That section went really well. This invincibility? This invincibility? I was wasting it. Alright, you definitely want the skateboard. I wasn't so sure. I wasn't so sure if I even wanted the skateboard for a while there. Now I see you definitely want the skateboard. Hey, level 2, let's go. Time Tunnel. What a game. Time Tunnel is like... That game ranks really high on like my like streaming experiences. I'm so happy I played that game. So those invincibilities are going to get me into real trouble at some point, because if my audio gets a little bit off, then I'm not going to be able to tell when it ends. Was it Fireflower? I don't know what that was. And I'm definitely going to run into enemies. What are you? This seems sinister. I don't know what was happening there. I was scared to let that thing catch me. No! No! My health is running out! Oh, rip. Sisyphus was a wimp. Put that on my tombstone. Here lies Frownie. Sisyphus was a wimp. I'm enjoying this game. Hey, we got a raid! Feo, welcome in. Thank you for the raid. From the Shadow, we raid. I hope you had a good stream tonight. Welcome to Adventure Island on the NES. This is the first playthrough. So if anyone's coming in, if you are familiar with the game, just please know I'm not. So try to be very careful not to give away any of its secrets or mechanics or basic fundamental details, because I probably haven't figured out a lot of what there is to know yet. And I definitely want to work everything out as organically as possible. Love the company, love having the people to chat with, but just want to be a little careful because we operate kind of strictly here. But I hope you had a good stream. If you want to share what you were doing, love to hear. Some progress in Super Mario World, right on. GG's on the progress. This is actually our second game tonight, because I started with Joe and Mac on the NES, and miraculously I actually beat that game and pretty quickly. It was really tough, but it's not a super long game, so I think I got kind of lucky too. So that was nice. I really liked that game. I'm gonna play it some more. But since we had a lot of time, we decided to throw in something else. And I was actually torn between these two. I didn't know. Before the stream, I was having trouble deciding if I wanted to play Adventure Island or Joe and Mac. And what do you know? I get to I get to play on both. You pick really good games that are obscure as well. I really like the horse trading simulator. It'd be sweet, though, if you let us pick games for a queue. I have a few games you would love, but may not know about. So I'm definitely open to suggestions. I've experimented with viewer games before, Uncle Muscles, and I've talked about, like, I would like to do something like that. And the trouble is, I've experimented with it in the past, and a big trouble for me is I'm not a sampler. Everything that I start to play, I really want to finish. And so it's very difficult for me because with letting viewers pick games, the queue just explodes. And then I want the freedom to play what I want to play, on most nights, and to work on projects and to put together my own sort of like themed sets. So it's really tough. Like I've thought about opening a queue and doing viewer games one night a week. There's also then the difficulty of then, like, if something's in the queue and I decide I want to play it earlier on another night, like, then I feel obligated to wait. Or, like, if someone redeems a game that I want to play through as, like, part of a set for January, like, I have to pull it out of the queue to play it. It's really tough to know a good system for doing that. I don't hate the idea, but I know with the way that I like to approach games, it's difficult to do something like that without losing a lot of control of my schedule and or disrespecting the people who populate the queue. If I can think of a reasonable way to do it, and like there are things like, make it a channel point redemption, make it really expensive, make a rule that like only one game per person in the queue at a time. Like there are things you can do to manage it, but and I would have to be even more strict. I would have to say that like it could only be certain types of games kind of. But when people tell me about games, like I do value people making suggestions to me to put like ideas in my brain, but you just have to do it with the understanding that whatever you suggest to me, I might not get to quickly or at all. uh, so yeah, I've thought about it a lot, Uncle Muscles, and we may do something like that someday. It's just I've got to figure out what works for me, because in the past we did it. In the past we did it where like a I let people populate like a plinko board with channel points, and like we had a physical plinko board, and I would play plinko to decide what game to play. But the thing is, like the way that was set up, they were like samples, and that drives me crazy when I only play like a couple hours a game, because then I want to finish the whole thing. So I'm just like, some people are really good at that, right? Some streamers are really good, like they can play 30 minutes of a game and then just step away from it. But I'm not that way. I want to finish everything. I'd like to suggest Herc's Adventure on the PlayStation 1. It's like Zombies Ate My Neighbors. So yeah, I've been told about that game a couple times. Big trouble for me with that one is I use real hardware, and that game's expensive. Being reminded of it every now and then, though, is not bad, because if I ever do come across it reasonably priced, like it's good to know that it would be worth it to pick it up. But I like Zombies Ate My Neighbors, and I like that game a lot. So more like that definitely would be appealing to me. I can't pick up that flower. Ah, what are you? Is that an Ewok? No, the frog. I don't remember. I think it's over 100. I don't remember exactly how much it goes for, but I remember looking it up quite a while back and thinking, yeah, that's probably pricier that I'm gonna want to spend my money on. Ewok movies, yeah. I thought of those when I said it, Zergling. It looks like you can still buy. It looks like you can still buy the Ewok movies on DVD. So I might have to pick up a copy of them too. Oh, I'm sorry. I missed a comment. The retro achievement progress for Mario World. Did some hard stuff, cleaned up the dragon coins, moons, and all exits. You see, I really like that. I've never collected all the dragon coins in Mario World. Like it's great, that retro achievements are there for that, because I've never done all the dragon coins because the game doesn't catalog them. Um, it doesn't check off or care whether you collected them all. I think the Game Boy Advance version does, but the original game doesn't. And so I've never bothered to do it, even though it seems like a fun project to do. So it's really good that retro achievements are there to make up for that. And I don't know if I said hello to Lord Malachite, but welcome in, Malachite. Thank you for joining us. This is a port of a game made by Sega called Wonder Boy. The rare case of a Sega game coming to Nintendo. I did not know that. I thought Adventure Island was its own thing. Huh. I've heard of Wonder Boy. I had no idea they were connected. No one would argue that Frownie needs to be committed. I mean, that he is committed, but Herc's Adventure is like 70 up to 250 complete. Yeah, $70 is probably about my upward limit for a game. And I'm hesitant to spend that kind of money all at once on one game. It's hard. It's hard to buy. Like, it's hard to buy a used game at over a new game's price, right? Even when there's a lot of like older games that are way better than newer games. Done randomizers for the coins, most of the hidden one-ups. I liked RA until I realized there's no quality control. Some Chivos are just bugged. And you have to do exploits to get them to work. Well, yeah, I mean, when it's like community and volunteer sourced like that, there's definitely going to be issues, and I would be really frustrated to, run into achievements that didn't work. Can't look away from this game too much. Check out Wonder Boy on the Master System sometime. They're the same game. Made sequels in this style. Wonder Boy evolved into an action RPG after the first one. Alright. So that's probably why I didn't realize the connection then, is because they kind of go off in different branches. Not happy about them in some of them on Mario 64. Take them one at a time. They get me to play some games I've been trying to get around to, and maybe ones I've never heard of. I like the idea of retro achievements So I like the idea of it not for playing new or obscure games so much, because I already do that all the time, but for playing, but to breathe new life into games that like I've already spent way too much time with. But on the flip side of that, I'm pretty good about inventing my own challenges for the stuff that I play. Hey, Greg, welcome in. Welcome to Adventure Island. I'm sorry if you're just getting here, Greg. You missed Joe and Mac. I actually beat Joe and Mac on the NES pretty quickly. It took the first about 2 hours, so we moved on to another game. Joe and Mac was good. I'm a fan of that game. It's really tough, but I mean clearly not impossible. I got through it pretty quick, but I there was a lot of luck involved there. I like this game more anyway. Yeah, I'm new to this one too. So far I like this. I think this is fun. It's I can see that it's going to take me a long time to beat. I mean, I was told right away that the response to me wanting to play this was like, "Oh boy, it's going to take forever." So I see why, but I see why though. Oh, that egg spawned after I ran past it. Oh no, out of health again? No, the goal is right there. Used to play this all the time in the 80s, one of the few games we owned. My skateboard became a hammer. That's alright, I'd rather have the hammer right now anyway. Is this a new PB? Have I seen these spiders before? I think I've been here. This was where the Ewoks showed up. I don't remember the spiders, though. We've been chatting a lot, and I only have so much brain power. There we go. Huh. Well, what's that? Famicom controller? This frog killed me before? Or a frog just like it. Whoa. Boss time? No, rip. I didn't know there would be bosses in this game. No! I was messing around with the controls. Well, that was a new PB. Master Higgins has a stomach that's never full. It's a very Kirby-like character. Had a game like that called Breakthrough. Uncle Muscle says Wonder Boy is a great series. Beat 1 and 2. Breakthrough is like, it's like Adventure Island, or it has no bosses. Fireballs? Fireballs destroy rocks? Oh, it's a game we played all the time because I owned it. Ah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I played a lot of Tecmo Bowl on the NES, just because we owned it. I've never particularly had much interest in football. But that's a game I would play pretty regularly, just because it was in the mix and it added variety to run through it every now and then. I really didn't understand the game very well. I feel like I could play well enough to win more often than not, but I mean, the game may be really easy too. I don't have a huge baseline for comparison, but I felt frequently that I didn't really understand like the plays and stuff like that. And now it's Mario. Sadly, those fireballs didn't last me very long. I like the axe better. I think the axe is a cooler weapon. But the fireball's ability to break rocks does give it more utility. If only I had the wheel from Joe and Mac, then we'd really be in business. Oh, Greg, let me ask you, if you're there, if you remember, I believe Natto was playing this game a while back. Do you remember if Natto was trying to do a first playthrough or a deathless challenge? I don't recall what his project was, though I'd be curious. I didn't stick around for those portions of those streams since I hadn't played this one yet. Oh, we can run through the rocks too with the invincibility. That's good to know. I keep missing that egg because it spawns behind me. And I'm not doing a good job at watching out for the ones that spawn behind me. Oh yeah, that's the sinister one. I think I know what that thing's doing. I think that thing's draining my stamina. That's why I always have 1 stamina when I get here. I think that's what's happening. I wasn't paying attention to that before. I hope there's a way to get extra lives. I think it was the first playthrough. Thank you. I just didn't remember either way. Does anyone know about the NES? We were talking about Big Nose Caveman on the NES. Is there one of those games or 2 of those games? Because I think I've seen it with 2 different titles, but I don't know if that's because there's a sequel or because it has a different name in different regions. If anyone knows, I would be curious to know that. If Big Nose isn't impossibly difficult, then maybe we can do those as a double feature. I know a way to get more lives, the reset button. Well, that's one way to do it. Wouldn't it be funny? Wouldn't it be funny if there was a game where they were able to somehow program it so that if you hit reset, you lost none of your progress and it just gave you extra lives for every time you pressed it? Like, that would be a pretty cool hidden cheat. I guess it wouldn't be that hidden, right? I guess people reset games pretty frequently, so it wouldn't stay hidden for that long. It wouldn't be the joke that I am imagining it would be. Oh! Oh. Alright, well that was a new PB. We're getting further. This is an alright game. I'm having a good time with it. I'm having a good time with this one too. It's amazing how much more fun video games can be when you're not playing bottom-of-the-barrel trash like Shark Tale and Mischief Makers. Imagine if there was a game that made you reset to beat it. I don't even know how that works. Like a loop 2 situation. I was hanging out with my buddy in high school when I was there when he discovered for the first time Mr. Rossetti in Animal Crossing on the GameCube, and it completely blew our minds. I like teasing Mr. Rossetti. So yeah, when we found him, like, we had to just keep resetting on purpose just to see like all of his dialogue and what would happen. And when he trolls you to, you know, spoiler alert for Animal Crossing. When he trolls you to make you think that he's deleted your save file, that was something else. Rip my skateboard. Okay, that works. We can turn around and fight the Ewok. No, the frog is too much. There is a game that forces you to reset, and the worst part is it doesn't tell you. Rude. Is that the first time I burnt up? I think I made it here without dying. I made it up to this. I think I made it up to this stage before our first death, but unfortunately. I wish that Famicom controller was an extra life. That would be really nice. Oh, we have another raid coming in. That's very nice. Welcome in, Sots. Thank you for the raid. Let me deal with this monster. Welcome in, Raiders. Thank you for joining us for Adventure Island, first playthrough. Trying to keep it as blind as possible, so if you're familiar with the game, please be very careful not to give away any information I don't know about it. My knowledge level is very low, and we want to keep it that way, so that I unfold this experience as organically as possible. But I've been at it for a little while, so I've seen the first world a couple times. But thank you for joining us. 2 Big Nose games in Retro Achievements. Not sure if it's the ones you're looking for. Probably, if they're both on the NES. We're having a good time. I hope you had a good stream, Sots. I appreciate you joining us. And all the Raiders, thank you very much. Hope you're doing well tonight. Shoutouts to Sots. Playing Cave Story. I haven't played that game yet myself. I didn't play Cave Story. I did play a Caveman game. We played Joe and Mac first. I did a playthrough of Joe and Mac on the NES. That was the first playthrough too, and that game is really tough, but we got through it pretty quickly. I like the NES Joe and Mac a lot. It was a fun time. You beat it tonight. It's really, really good. Right on. It's like Cave Story is like a Metroidvania type game. I think like a wander around adventure kind of experience, sort of back and forth. I think. Yeah, but it's not all that maze-like. I'd probably be up for giving that one a try at some point too. I think I have a physical copy of it on the Switch. I think I've had it for years, but you know, just finding the time for stuff. It's more linear than your average Metroidvania, I'd say. I might like that. I might like that more. I don't know. I don't. I don't mind maze-like levels too much. In fact, I've really enjoyed a lot of them. I really liked Animal Well. I thought that game was top-notch. So wandering around a maze can be kind of fun. I like having an idea of knowing where I'm supposed to go. It's when you hit the point that everything, like everywhere, feels like a dead end and there's nowhere left to explore that, like, those games become really rough, right? Not that I would be unique for feeling that way, but perhaps that situation happens to me more often than to other people. Oh my goodness. Alright, new PB. I appreciate that about it. I earned an extra life! Let's go! You can get extra lives! Why is the camera panning down? Aw, rude. That stone placement. I wanted those bananas. Get that frog out of my life, please. What? Okay. I was wondering where I was supposed to go. It's like got a dead end there. They fooled me. They knew what they were doing. I fell for it. Ooh, milk. Oh, milk is full health refill? I did not know that. Ooh, this is bad. This is bad. Bad stone placement. Whoa. That platform really messes with your momentum. I got really lucky with that level. I moved through that super smoothly. That was pure luck. $50K for a 1-up. I am not gonna earn a lot of, Nato's playing this game right now, too? What a copycat. Oh, that must mean... I'm assuming that means he beat Mario Brothers 2. We're gonna have to tell him I'm gonna have to remember to tell him GG. Alright, well that was pretty good. That's our best run yet by far. That was a huge improvement. You get a specific bonus for collecting the pots. So, no stream tomorrow night. We're not quitting anytime soon. Unless my power goes out or the baby needs help or something like that. But I was just going to go over the schedule anyway. Just to mention. No stream tomorrow night. Should be here Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Going to be early, late, early. Will be our pattern. And we're going to try and finish up Shark Tale and Finding Nemo 2 on the GameCube. We actually beat Shark Tale. last time and 100%ed it, but when you complete the game, it unlocks a few bonus games, like mini game activities, that I want to try and complete. So we're going to start tomorrow or Tuesday night stream with those, and then try and finish the playthrough of Finding Nemo 2. We're doing Croc on the PlayStation 1 on Wednesday, The Hobbit on GameCube on Thursday, and Mischief Makers on Friday. And Mischief Makers has been really rough. That game's treated me very poorly, and I've had very harsh things to say about it. But last time we played it, last week, things started to turn around a bit. I discovered 18 hours into my playthrough that you can skip cutscenes, which is greatly improving my ability to complete time challenges. I was super locked out of them before. But things have gotten a lot better in that respect. Hopefully I'll make all those streams. I've had to cancel a lot lately. We did a little better last week, but I've had a lot of sort of real life ups and downs. And our baby man is a little bit sick. He's got a cold, so we're really focused on paying extra close attention to him until he gets better too, which is taking up a lot of time and energy. But gonna try and be here. And we'll probably keep working on Adventure Island. We'll probably do this again next Sunday. Bonus sharks, yeah. The GBA Shark Tale was a lot more reasonable than the GameCube Shark Tale. I was able to get through it a lot more quickly, but I really didn't think I was going to. The last couple levels got really rough in that one too. Those frogs are tough to deal with. Don't get set on fire, please. We're gonna try and go for another 2 hours, though, tonight. So, like I said, we're not wrapping up. Just like to go over the schedule sometimes when it's on my mind to do it. No, don't hit me. Okay, you get 5K for defeating the boss. That extra life feels a long way off. Let's go. That helped a lot. Those invincibilities help a lot with boosting our score. No, what? No. Ah. That's very sad. Hesitation costs a lot in this game. Oh, thank goodness. Ah, I forgot about those. This is a scary game. Okay, we might be able to earn an extra life. We're really close. Oh, yay, we got it. I don't think I realized until just now that the fruit can actually disappear. It not only appears, but also disappears after a short while sometimes. Well, this is bad. That's fine. I just realized the skateboard... Oh, yeah. Yeah, never mind. I was thinking that the skateboard didn't make any sense because we were going to be forced to lose it. I mean, I guess we kind of were because of that rock. Anyway, I don't know what to do about that rock yet. But I was thinking of this part right here. I was like, I was assuming we would hit the wall with the skateboard and be forced to lose it. But if you break, you can probably get up there in time. I just have to be a better player. Ah, don't hit the fire, please. Oh, this stone is so bad. The momentum. Another raid. Ahoy, Rush Pirate. Welcome in. Thank you for the raid. Welcome in, raiders. Welcome to Adventure Island. First playthrough. Trying to do things as blind as possible. So please come in, join us, enjoy the playthrough. And I love to have people to chat with. Just a heads up, though, if you know a lot about the game, please be careful not to give anything away about it that I might not know. We want to try and keep our experience as organic as possible here. But I hope you had a good stream tonight. It was Sunday, Space Sunday, I think. If you'd like to tell us what you're playing, Rush Pirate, love to hear. Hopefully it was a great stream. No! No, that frog got me. Retro Perspective, welcome in. Thank you for joining us. Mighty Collector, welcome in. Thank you for coming along as well. Shoutouts to Rush Pirate. I've been spending a fair bit of time over there lately in the chat, having a really good time. Yeah, careful of the blank. Don't blank, avoid blank, but blank and blank. Thank you. Appreciate the redactions. Starting to feel a little bit warm. I think I got to lose the hat for a while. I think I'm going to lose. Yeah. His feet are coated in grease. Yeah, blow that emote up to get a better look. Crisco. uh... I've lost my axe. I'm on my last life too. I gotta be real careful of these frogs. No! I hesitated and it cost me everything. Well, that's a new PB. We're getting further. We're getting further. Almost every time. Ironic, since he has a fruit and milk only diet. That's like 50% of my diet. I have the same for breakfast every morning. I eat a piece of fruit and a handful of nuts and a giant glass of milk. I have the same breakfast every day. It's usually a banana and almonds for my fruit and nuts. But, you know, I mix it up a bit. Sometimes I have an apple or an orange, or sometimes cashews or walnuts. But usually it's banana, almonds, and milk for breakfast every day. And coffee. I have a lot of coffee in the morning. PB. Missed the egg. I'm enjoying this game, though. This is actually our second game tonight. I put on Joe and Mac first on the NES. It was the first playthrough of that, too. But I was able to beat it fairly quickly, so we had time to put on something else, too. And it was really lucky for me, because before the stream, I was having trouble deciding like if I wanted to play this or Joe and Mac. And Joe and Mac won out. But then I beat it, so I get to play them both. So I was pretty happy about that. And I really like that Joe and Mac game. I think NES Joe and Mac's really good. I like this game too. I'll have to get all the way through it to really solidify my opinion, but this one's a lot of fun. It's super tricky, but again, like, I don't mind replaying it all over and over. It's still fun to try. Been attempting to change up my morning routine, going from coffee to loose leaf tea, trying out sausage instead of my chocolate square I usually have with my drink. I tend to only drink tea when I'm feeling sick. I like tea, but yeah, I tend to reach for coffee a lot more frequently. I always have tea with lemon and honey when I'm feeling sick, and I guess it's really more for the lemon and honey than it is for the tea itself. I can drink and enjoy just plain tea as well, but I usually just don't have it on hand. Not anything of, like, notable quality. Not that I'm super picky about it. This is going to be a step back run, I think. I need to see what is in that one egg that shows up between those two rocks. Yeah, that was a step back. It's alright, they can't all be PBs. Let's go. I feel like I got lucky that it didn't count that as wearing off, and I was able to get through that second snail. Can you think of another video game protagonist that has a mustache like Higgins? Does he have a mustache? I don't think... I'm not sure he has a mustache. I thought he had, like, buck teeth like a chipmunk when his mouth is closed, and the rest of the time he's, like, got his mouth open with excitement. My mistake. Whoa. That was scary. I always thought that was a mustache. I mean, you might be right. It's just that's not the way that I've interpreted the sprite. I'd have to, like... He moves too fast for me to really get a good look at him. My main goal is to get carbs down, make me feel less terrible in general. Yeah, when you mentioned tea, I just thought I could stand to probably drink more tea, just to have a little bit of variety. Because as it is, I drink a lot of coffee. I try to cut the caffeine a little bit by I mix regular and decaf coffee to try and cut the caffeine back some, since I drink so much. But even then, I could probably stand to have less. I always thought he had facial hair, too. Caffeine didn't bother you, just the coffee itself. Yeah, I don't have a... Oh no, I don't have a... Oh, okay. Let's say I don't have a weapon. How am I supposed to fight? But it gave me one. Let's go. I don't approve of this mixing coffees, Buddha says. Yeah, people who, like, really like... are particular about the quality of their coffee probably be kind of horrified by, me. I don't think my coffee is the absolute worst that you can do. I think you can definitely do worse than my coffee, but it's not, like, fancy in any way. I'm particular enough that I don't like the straight decaf though. I have to mix some regular into it because otherwise the taste is too off. I used to be a Folgers man, but now I'm a snob. Yeah. What even is decaf? Hey, Pink Scully, welcome in. McDonald's makes an amazing coffee in Australia, Chozo says. I don't know that I've ever had a coffee from McDonald's. When I have a breakfast from there, I usually get their orange juice. I like the two, I like the two opposite extremes when it comes to orange juice. Like I really like really fresh, like really like high pulp orange juice, like really high quality, very nice orange juice. But I also like really like thin and watery and kind of sour orange juice that's like really bad, low quality. I also really like that too because that's the kind of stuff we would be given in the morning when I would get to school as a kid. They would give us juice in the morning, and it would always be like the most worst, like low quality juice. But I can't help but really like that sort of bad juice kind of flavor because it's so nostalgic for me. Exactly. It's all about the nostalgia of it. Like I really like thin, watery, like sour juices. That goes for grape juice as well. Like stuff where most people would drink it and just be like, "Oh, that's trash." I'm like, "No, it's good." That's why I like the McDonald's coffee, or the McDonald's orange juice because it reminds me of that like really, really thin, sour, watery orange juice. Uh, that stone on the edge is the height of rudeness. I usually get a Folgers coffee. I get their really dark roast, but I'm not committed to the brand. I'll get that or um, whichever really dark roast happens to be cheapest at the time. Like if the Folgers is on sale, I'll get that. If the Maxwell House is on sale, I'll get that. And I would go for one of the other brands, but they don't have as dark of a roast available in my grocery. And then for the decaf, I get something that's more medium, and usually just some store brand. Which I don't like just by itself, but if I mix them at least at a like one third to two thirds ratio, one third. If I've got at least one third of the regular like dark roast, then the coffee comes out really good, or, good enough that I enjoy it. No, that's the same place. That's the same place. I just tied my PB. I got nervous at the same jump and made the same mistake. On my last life all over again. I make my coffee in one of those pour-over things, too. It's like an off-brand Chemex, I think they're called. I got one of those. I used to have just one of, like, the regular, like, generic Mr. Coffee machines. But mine went bad. One of the tubes inside of it melted. I think. I don't know. It started leaking coffee. It started leaking coffee out of somewhere. And I was like, well, this is... I need to get rid of this. And so I got one of those. And I got one of those because... Jelly wanted an electric kettle so she could make tea. And I thought, well, we're gonna have the electric kettle out on the counter all the time. So if I get another, like, pour-over machine, then that's gonna be two things we have out on the counter. So I'll just get one of these. I'll get one of these pour-over things, and then we don't have to have an extra thing out on the counter all the time. But I keep the pour-over thing out on the counter all the time anyway, so... It didn't resolve the counter space issue. I don't know why I didn't realize that it was just going to be sitting there instead. But that was my thought process. I was like, oh, it'll save counter space if I use the kettle and do the pour over thing. But I was happy to get it anyway because I've got really, like, I have kind of a paranoia that I've developed about, like, high temperatures and plastics around my food. So I wanted a device where that minimized the time that the hot water spent in contact with plastics. So that too was a benefit of it. I don't really know if that device makes the coffee come out any better, because I never tried them in a one-to-one type thing. And I actually kind of didn't like it at first. I didn't like the coffee that it produced for a while. It took me a while to, like, figure out, like, my method for it, of, like, exactly, like, how much grounds to use. But now I've got a system, and I really like what it produces. But it took a while. That's Adventure Island. Losing my runs, making the same mistakes. Pretty much. I don't mind retrying, though. I like it well enough that, like, being sent back hasn't become an issue for me yet. You know, I wouldn't complain. I wouldn't complain if the game gave me continues, but I'm having a good enough time that it doesn't really bother me too much to restart. They used to have a Miss Tea back in the day as a companion to Mr. Coffee. We used to have something like that was like a Mr. Coffee for tea. It wasn't called that. It was called... I think it was called Tea Drop. We used to have one of those, and we used it pretty regularly, but I think we lost it when there was a big flood in Houston. We lived in Houston when Hurricane Harvey happened, and there was a huge flood. And we didn't lose a lot, but I think that was one of the things. Because I had taken it into work it wasn't damaged at our home, but I'd taken it into work, and the flooding there destroyed it, I think. Oh, you get more points the higher chain of enemies that you annihilate with the star. I know about these fish. That shouldn't have startled me the way it did. That was a very unclever way to lose a life. I guess there's not really a clever way to lose a life, right? I think we'll get a 1-up here. Ah, we're gonna be close. We got it. Okay, that makes me feel much better. No, I'm dead. Oh, cool. It didn't kill me. Thank you, Rock, for not ending my career. Let's go! That's the first time I've ever successfully avoided that stone. No! I lost it anyway. I mean, I was bound to lose it eventually, but it would have been nice to get a little further. I was starting to get really worried about my stamina, though, and I was watching more for fruit than I was watching actual enemies. I'm jumping for everything just too late. Nice, let's go. Oh, that was bad. Excuse me. Usually try to reach for the mute button, but that cough sneaked up on me pretty quickly. Whoa. Ah. Okay, nice. I didn't actually see the axe. Close to my PB. There seems to be a wall in that general area that's really tough for me to push through. It's weird that that egg right at the start so frequently has a jar of milk in it, because it's the start of the level. How could our stamina be low enough to justify needing one of those? Remember what I said before about, like, when I come up to enemies, I have the equal instinct to, I have a pretty equal instinct to jump as I do to attack. I just can't. Have these competing compulsions. Makes it real difficult. I remember that pineapple at the end. It's not much, but, you know, every few extra points here or there get us a little bit closer to our 50K goal every time. Ah, don't hit me. That was close. Actually, the skateboard is kind of a really cool idea because, like, it's really good, right? It gives you an extra hit, but it also turns the game into like an auto runner. So it's interesting that it's got positives and negatives about it. I mean, overwhelmingly, it's positive because it's hard to outweigh the benefit of an extra hit. I guess if there were more pitfalls, I might be less confident in saying that the advantage outweighs the disadvantage. Oh, we lose it for the boss fight anyway. I was wondering what happened if you showed up to the boss with a skateboard. Why can't I hit? My goodness. That got so scary. A great looking boss. Hey Tommy, welcome in. Yeah. So I think the best boss design we've seen tonight was actually the final boss of Joe and Mac. I thought that guy looked really cool. But this guy's definitely got second place locked down for sure. Baby Man is stirring a little bit. I'm not sure whether he's going to wake up or not, but we're late enough into the stream that if he does wake up and need me, we will have to, we will probably just end. Just a heads up. It doesn't necessarily look like he's definitely going to wake up and need help right now, but if I have to take a BRB, it's going to be a while, and there just won't be a point to coming back after it when it's this late. It was a shame to lose that life there. No! I didn't know that was going to swoop back down. Come on, I made it further with more lives than I've made it. I haven't made it this far with this many lives before, and now I'm bleeding them away over nonsense. Just so I'm not going to be able to get any further. Horrible. Horrible. All of my advantage is withered away. No, the fire. Ever played Donkey Kong 94 on the Game Boy? I haven't. I'd like to, though. I know just a little bit about that game. That it's kind of like the arcade game, but with like a whole bunch of new levels. That would be a fun one to play. I should play that. Should play Donkey Kong 94 and Donkey Kong 64 at the same time. Donkey Kong 64 I've played a bit of, but I don't think I've ever done a full playthrough of it. I should have reached a new PB on that run. I just don't know what happened. I lost so many lives at the start of that one level. Would it be horrible if I got to the end and it said, congratulations, you made it to the end, but you didn't collect every jar. Go back to the beginning and try again. That would be horrible. Ah! I forgot the skateboard carries over. I think it's on the Nintendo Switch Online, I think you said. I actually own it physically, so we could just use the physical cart for that one. Donkey Kong 158. Well, I definitely wouldn't get through both games at the. I definitely wouldn't get through both games on the same night, right? But just if I went back and forth between the two, or did them both in the same week, that could be just kind of a cute idea. You wouldn't mind a game that enforces that kind of challenge as a requirement to finish the game. I mean, there are worse things it could do to me, for sure. I would be like a little upset that I didn't do it on the first playthrough, but you know, would I explode with rage? Definitely not. Oh, the boss. I was like, what? I was gonna cry, bogus! It took my skateboard away from me, but it's the boss. Whoa. Oh, I was expecting a skateboard. Why did I jump over that rock? I just saw her. That was scary. That was scary too. I remember those were coming at the last second. No, I'm dead. I'm not dead. How did I not die? I'm super scared because of how bad things went here last time, and almost went as bad just now. Ah, why? I don't feel like the start of this level was so hard before. Now I'm finding it impossible. When I get here with extra lives, it's so much harder. Ooh, almost lost it. Leave me alone, frog. For a moment there, I thought that the bananas take away your health. Because I ate a banana, like, right as my health was already planning to tick down. So it ticked down right as I had the banana. And it looked like bananas remove your health for a moment there. was about to say, this whole time I've been eating bananas and they've been damaging me. Hey, Christian, cool. Thank you for the lurk. Hope the weekend was a good one. The weekend was okay. It's not great because the baby has a cold, and so we tied our hands a little bit because we don't really want to take him out around people when his immune system's already a little down. But all things considered, we're doing all right. Hopefully you had a good weekend. No. Oh my goodness. It's that same spot. It's that same spot. Technically, that's a little further than I've ever been, but I mean, come on. One blind leap to your death is... not much of a brag-worthy improvement. Oh my goodness, new PB. We're gonna see a new stage. Oh, I don't have a axe. These spiders are gonna be an interesting challenge. I can't afford to go all super slow like this. Well, we saw a new stage. I didn't get to see it for very long, but we saw a new stage. I'm gonna try something. You think this will work? No. I held select while I pressed start to see if it had like a secret code that would let you continue where you were. I wasn't gonna play from there. If it did, I was just gonna throw all my lives away until I game over, but I wanted to see if there was a code. There probably is. There probably is a way to restart. But it would be against all of my nature to use something like that. Oh, I thought I was dead. Ever thought of selling Frownie themed merchandise? It's been mentioned to me a couple times. There've been a couple requests for it, but I don't think the stream is like. I don't know that there's enough demand. I don't know that there's enough demand for Frownie themed merchandise. If the stream ever got, if the stream ever got to the point where there was a whole bunch of people that wanted something like that, I could look into it. But I don't want to do it just to make it and like push it on people, you know. If it's something that's like fulfilling a desire that already exists there, then that could be kind of cool and something fun to do. But I don't want the stream to be a. I don't want the stream to be a place where I'm just like trying to sell a bunch of stuff, right, to people. Though, you know, I do, I do want and appreciate viewer support from those that are able and willing. Like, I do. It is nice to accept, subs and tips and that kind of stuff. So it would be nicer, in a way, right, to have people be getting something back for supporting the stream like that, right? Which selling merchandise would be like, you arguably get more out of it in a way. So like there are benefits, but I don't know. I don't feel like the stream is that big. Like there's like demand for that kind of thing, and I don't really want to push for it. I want to keep everything that has to do with like financially supporting the stream as like low pressure as I can. I want to keep everything very low pressure. I'm good for a hoodie or t-shirt purchase if you ever do. Much appreciated. If we ever did a stream related clothing project, it'd have to be something. It'd probably be something a little pricey because I would want to insist on something that's a very nice quality and available in very large sizes, considering what a large individual I am myself. So, before you commit, I wouldn't want to be putting any, like, really cheap products out there. Not that I would ever hold your feet to the fire about it or anything. No! I should remember that. No Frownie lunchboxes. Frownie isn't Gene Simmons. Frownie lunchboxes. Frownie travel mug with coaster set. I've got a, I don't know, I've got a Super Mario Brothers the movie thermos. That's the real Mario Brothers movie, the 1993 one. So I'm not totally opposed to the idea of a thermos. Oh, yeah, travel mug is a thermos, right? There we go. This is what we need. A set of Agent Frownie trading cards. Agent Frownie Adventures, an uncollectible card game. Need to rewatch that movie. Highly recommend it. Don't drop a spike on my head, please. That part's always so scary. Oh, we got another raid. Zinshan, welcome in. Thank you for the raid. Very grateful to have you here, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to Adventure Island. First playthrough, blind playthrough. I've been at this one for a couple hours now. It's pretty good, but it's really hard, so I'm not getting very far. It's a lot of restarting this game. But I've been enjoying it. We actually started off with Joe and Mac on the NES tonight. But I beat that one, so which is good. because I couldn't decide before the stream. I couldn't decide if I wanted to play Joe and Mac or Adventure Island, and I made the right choice because I played Joe and Mac first and I beat it, so I get to play both. But if you got a moment, if you'd like to tell us what you're up to, we'd love to hear how it's going. You never played either of them? They're really tough. They're fun though. I found them I found them very satisfying. I really like that Joe and Mac game. I'm going to play it more. I'll probably play it at least until I get a deathless run of it, which I almost did. My first clear was I only died at the final boss. I only died once, and it was at the final boss. So I could definitely do it with deathless, but there might have been a lot of luck involved in that too. Sonic 06, yes. I remember you. I think you were playing that a while ago too. I think you titled your stream Sonic 06 is not a bad game. Completed Shadow's story tonight. I've not played any 3D Sonic games. Maybe that's the one I should start with. I've only ever played 2D Sonics. I know people really like Sonic Adventure, and that's pretty much it for 3D Sonic. It's surely not a bad game, but it's jank. I mean, considering how much I loved Bubsy 3D, if I played Sonic 06, I might be right there with you. Who knows? Cards capturing you as you play GBA Echo, Wii Wipeout, Bubsy 3D, Tommy says. All of my agonized facial expressions. I love Bubsy 3D. Bubsy 3D was rough. I had some rough times in it, but overall, what a weird game that is. It's so janky and broken, but there's something really really kind of groovy about it at the same time. Ooh, let me reset my audio. I think it's drifted a little out of sync. So my best run has been, I think, up to stage 2-4. I've made it to 2-3 several times, but I've only passed that one once. I'm not good at it. And I've been right up to the beginning of 2-4. I got there, but I died really quick, so I haven't even seen much of that stage. Let's go. You know, someone asked earlier about the character, like, about the character's mustache, and I still don't read the character as having a mustache. I think I could imagine the line that is the mouth as being like a handlebar mustache. But what I think it is, I think it's a face. I've never been killed by that fish before. I wasn't 100% sure it could kill me. I guess now I know. I've always died. I've died in that area, but I've died avoiding the fish, not running into it. Oh, but I see his facial expression now. It looks like he's making a kind of expression where he's got his lower lip pulled up above his upper lip. That's how I see his face now. I could very well be out of my mind. Whoa, did you see how many things that guy shot at me? That's... Oh. It's really bad. I always thought he had a mustache like Mario, Greg says. Yeah, I mean, I can see how it could be like a mustache, but I don't really read it that way. I thought I saw like a tooth sticking out of his mouth before, but I don't see it that way now anymore. There's a lot of interpretation to pixel art. When I was in Houston, I was talking with my boss at work one time, and we were talking about Super Mario Brothers, and somehow it came up in the conversation that he didn't know that Lakitu was supposed to be a guy riding a cloud. He thought that Lakitu was like a disembodied head flying in the sky. He saw the cloud as the face, and he thought that like the body of Lakitu on top of the cloud was like a hairdo. I don't exactly know what or how he saw it, but it blew his mind when I explained to him that it was a guy riding a cloud. I've had a hard time making it past this particular spot. Let's go. So this stage here ties my PB, but I'm on my last life and I've never made it very far into this stage, so I'm not I'm not expecting to see too much more of the game right now. I think that's exactly where I died last time. Yeah, no continues. 3 lives, no continues. There might be a code for continuing. I don't know. If there is, I haven't discovered it, and I wouldn't use it anyway, because I gotta do everything the hard way. It's alright, though. It's kind of a... It seems like a kind of short, fast-paced game. The gameplay's a lot of fun. I don't really mind retrying. It would be nice to get further and do better, but... You know, the learning process is what it is. My spirits are high tonight. It helps. I already beat a game, so, like, no matter how bad I do in this, it doesn't matter to me because we already had a victory. I mean, I want to do well, but it's not a huge disappointment if I don't, because we've already had one victory. It is brutal. It is brutal. I didn't know it was going to be this tough going in, either. I assumed that there would be limited continues. I didn't assume no continues. The other game, the Joe and Matt game, didn't have any continues either. It was the same way, but it was a much shorter game. It only had 5 levels, and they were all real short. So this has, we know now, at least 8, but probably, I would guess this probably has 16 or 20 levels. Probably 24 at the most, but I'm thinking it's probably going to be on the shorter end. I'm thinking probably 16 would be, like, if I have to, you know... If I had to lay my money on something, I would say 16. Don't anybody tell me, though, please. That's awful. That's the first time I've missed that jump, but I've been worried about missing that jump several times. It just finally happened. Or if it happened before, I forgot about it. I can't go too much longer tonight, but I've got another try or two in me, I think. The clock is creeping up on me. We'll definitely play more of this. I like this game. I definitely want to beat this game. Well, we might have a restart coming here real soon, but I will probably do this on Sunday next week, because we've got a lot of stuff we're juggling all at once. Currently, the week's pretty full. It's a different game every night. We're doing, we're doing nothing tomorrow. I don't stream on Monday nights anymore. But, on Tuesday, we've got some GBA games we're finishing up. Shark Tale and Finding Nemo 2 on the GBA. Wednesday, we're continuing Croc on the PlayStation 1. Thursday, we're continuing The Hobbit on GameCube, and Friday, we're continuing Mischief Makers on the Nintendo 64. And I have really hated my playthrough of Mischief Makers, but I never got froze like that, I don't think. I knew those would kill me, but I don't think I've seen it happen. But I discovered something about Mischief Makers last time we played that made the time trials easier. I discovered that you can skip cutscenes. which makes a huge difference to me now. I figured that out 18 hours into the playthrough. I couldn't tell you if I wanted to. I don't remember. Never made it that far in this game anyway, Greg says. It's a pretty tough game. It's a pretty tough game. If I'd had this game as a kid, I probably would have played it a lot, but I don't think I would ever beat it. I didn't beat a lot of games growing up. I beat the Mario games, and I'm sure I beat some other stuff. I definitely beat the Mario games. I beat Ultraman on the Super Nintendo. That's a game I beat as a kid. I beat Mario Kart. Yeah, when it comes to NES and Super Nintendo games, or especially NES, I did not beat a lot of NES games. 100%ed Yoshi's Island on the SNES as a kid. Did that blind. That was tough. And I beat a lot more Nintendo 64 games, but I didn't 100% a lot of them. But yeah, when it comes to SNES and NES games, I really didn't beat a whole lot of them growing up. At least not that I can easily remember. No! Why? Oh, welcome in, Raiders. The no wasn't because of the raid. It's because I fell through the cloud. Carl, Rocco, welcome in. Thank you for the raid. Great to have you here. One Up John, thank you for coming along. Good to see you again, my friend. Hope you've had a great stream. Welcome to Adventure Island, everyone. Tonight's my first night ever playing this game. I don't think I'm going to beat it because I actually don't have very much longer to stream tonight. I'm on a pretty tight schedule because I've got a 5-month-old baby, and I have to be up early in the morning. Because I am his primary caretaker during the early part of the day, especially. Animal Crossing New Horizons. Oh, great choice. I hope you had a lot of fun. I love New Horizons. I played it, like most people, I played it right around when it came out and the whole world was shut down and there wasn't a whole lot else to do. And I got really deeply sunk into New Horizons. I played it for the first few months when the game came out. I put 1,200 hours into it. And I don't time travel, so, there's not 1,200 hours worth of content in that game. But I sunk a lot of time into it. I got obsessed with that game. I played that game like my job. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. There wasn't a lot to, especially when it came out, there's a lot more to do now. The game has grown the longer it's been out. There was not a lot to do. I just spent a lot of time picking up seashells and catching fish. But I loved it. It was a great distraction. A lot of fun. Carl's raiding my island for goodies. I only have 550 hours. Yeah, I put a lot of time into it. Finally getting into it. Originally got for the kids. Just started last year. Decided to go back. Right on. Oh, let me click through. I want to check out your page here. Since I don't believe you've come our way before. Nice retro art on your banner here. All the pixelated controllers. Name is Rocco, just a regular guy streaming single-player video games from Nintendo and Capcom, with the occasional multiplayer session up to 3 days a week. Hope to see you guys in the streams. Nice. I'm going to give you a follow. Hopefully our schedules don't conflict too much. I'll definitely drop in if I catch you live. When I'm hanging around sometime. Well, I appreciate that. No problem. Thank you for the follow as well. Very kind of you. We don't have too many more runs of this in me tonight, but we are. My PB is stage 2-4. I think I'm on 1-2 right now, so got a little ways to go. This one of those games. You only get 3 lives, and there are no continues. So there's a lot of it's kind of got like it's kind of got short, fast-paced levels. So it's one of those games that's like you're meant to restart and like really learn to like run it with like speed and precision. I can't say that I've played a lot that's exactly like it. It's a really like fast-paced and reactive type game. It's so fast-paced, like, before I played it, like, I tried to avoid ever seeing too much from it. Because I really don't like to spoil myself on games I haven't played. But the impression I had of it before I ever played it was, I thought it was an auto runner. because it's so fast-paced, and there's so little benefit. Like, I don't recall ever seeing anyone turn back as they played it. But it's not quite that. There's definitely a push to keep moving with forward, a very strong push to keep moving with forward momentum. And when you're on the skateboard, it becomes kind of an auto runner, but it's not quite that. Though you do want to keep your skateboard as much as possible. So you want to approach it like an auto runner, even if it isn't one. I said the stages are short. They're not that short. They're a couple. It's a minute or two per stage. They're not blink and you miss it short. Never played this, so I definitely see the auto run perspective. Might have to get a copy. It's definitely worth giving it a go. I can say that. Can't say for sure. Can't say for sure whether it's necessarily worth playing all the way to completing it, but since I haven't made it that far yet, but it's definitely worth giving it a try. I'm almost positive I'm gonna stick with it until I beat it. A game has to be a pretty poor fit for me to not finish it, though. I'm one of those that, like, I'm really powerfully compelled to try and beat everything that I play. Gonna lurk while I put the kiddos to sleep. Try to be back, but if not, I'll see you in the next one. Hey, thank you again for the raid. Thank you for the follow. Very kind of you. Hopefully I'll be able to see more of you, either here or over on your stream. And yeah, have a great night. We're gonna go for a little bit. Probably won't be too much longer though. Just found out there's 2 Ghouls and Ghosts 3D games on the PlayStation 2, Chozo says. Are you talking about the Maximo games, Chozo? They're not quite Ghouls and Ghosts, but they are, they're like in the spirit of Ghouls and Ghosts, right? And they're Capcom games. So they're as good as a 3D Ghouls and Ghosts we're ever gonna get. There was supposed to be a Ghosts and Goblins on the Nintendo 64. I've seen screenshots from it in development. I don't know how far along they got. I would love to find a leak of that to play someday. That would be fantastic. I don't know that it'll ever happen, but the Maximo games are definitely on my to-do list. Those are the ones. Thought there was only one. Yeah, I was actually talking about those not that long ago, because playing The Hobbit kind of reminded me of those. Since, like, it's the same generation of video game, and it's, like, just a, like, kind of fantasy setting. So yeah, I want to play those for sure. And we might do one not too long after. I've got to finish The Hobbit first, but we might do one. We might do one of those coming up after we finish that. I have had both of them for a long while, but never played either. Let's go. I think this is the first time I've ever made it here with an axe. This music reminds me of music from Ghosts and Goblins. It sounds like... I think it sounds like stage 4 of Ghosts and Goblins. No! Well, this stage looks very familiar. This, whoa, he can jump! No, why didn't he jump that time? Well, that was a new PB. I feel a little robbed. We're gonna wrap this stream up, my friends. It's been a great night. It's been a great night for me. I hope you've enjoyed our time together as well. And I hope that you are well until I get to see you again. But, yeah, I'm running out of time. We're hitting that 3 a.m. mark. So I gotta wrap things up. No victory in this one. Didn't really expect it going in. Didn't need it since we already beat Joe and Mac. Thanks for streaming. Thank you for being here, One Up John. Thanks for the stream, Chozo says. Thank you, Chozo. Appreciate you as well. I was having a tough time deciding where to raid. I was trying to decide whether or not to raid another Adventure Island stream because I don't want to get spoiled. But I'm going to run the risk. I'm going to send this over to Natto. He's been playing Adventure Island a lot longer than me. So, big chance of spoilers here. But I'm going to do my best to avoid them. We've kind of already been over the schedule. I don't stream on Monday nights anymore, but I should be back hopefully every other night this week. Early streams on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. Late stream like tonight on Thursday. And in the chat there you can see what we're planning to do. Play more Adventure Island probably on Sunday. I might pair it up with another game. We might do something in the first couple hours of the stream and then do Adventure Island in the second portion like we did tonight. Probably be the way that I do things. Probably won't do a whole night of Adventure Island, but use it for as a half a stream kind of game. It's really good though. Joe and Mac too. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe Big Nose. Maybe something not Caveman. We'll see. But be well, my friends, until I get to see you again. And hopefully that time comes real soon. But for tonight, I'm all out of time for tonight. It's time to head out. Let's go on an adventure.